Hey there, Chef Shelley here. I am a personal chef, and when I'm not cooking for my own clients a week's worth of delicious dinners, I help passionate home cooks start their own personal chef business so that you can get paid to do what you love too. So today I'm kicking off a 4-part series, and I'm going to go over the exact 4-part framework that we do in the Personal Chef Business Academy that people use to get started with their personal chef business. So you're going to learn the exact steps to start your personal chef business. So first, let's talk about being a personal chef, what it is, so what it's not. So first of all, what it's not. Being a personal chef is not like being a restaurant chef. You don't have to work for someone else. You don't have to work nights and weekends. It's not like being a private chef where you work for one family full-time all the time. And it really doesn't require culinary school. Although, to be honest, spoiler alert, you don't have to go to culinary school to be a chef. Would you believe people like Gordon Ramsay and Tom Colicchio didn't go to culinary school? And I think they're doing okay. So you certainly don't have to have culinary school to be a personal chef. So what is a personal chef? Well, what I do most of the time is prepare a week's worth of dinners for clients. Sometimes other personal chefs might do small boutique style catering or teach cooking classes. And those are pretty much the big 3 services, although there are a lot of others you can do. But the main one is those weekly personal chef services where you're cooking dinners for your clients once a week, maybe once every other week or once a month. So being a personal chef might be for you if you love to cook and you wish you could have gone to culinary school, but that's not an option. But regardless, you know you don't want to be a restaurant chef. Maybe you already have a family started and the last thing you can do is be working nights and weekends for a restaurant and holidays. Yeah, working Christmas when you have little kids is no bueno. So being a personal chef means you're your own boss. You get to set your own schedule. You get to work days when the rest of the world is working, as opposed to most of the hospitality industry. So there's that. Lastly, you get to be your own boss. Now, for some people, that is a super exciting thought. Now, for some people, that might be a little bit terrifying. So if the idea of making your own decisions, running your own business, doing what you want to do when you want to do it sounds great, then being a personal chef is absolutely a good choice for you. So let's see, the very first step of the framework to starting your own personal chef business. Here we go. The very first step is planning. You really don't want to just throw yourself into this without any kind of plan. So what this really means is making those first critical decisions about your business and what you want your business to be. So here are some of the things that you need to decide first when you are starting your personal chef business. First of all, what do you want to cook? Because you get to decide. Are you vegan? Are you more into family classics? Do you want to focus on gluten-free? Or maybe you have a specialty like Mexican or Latin food. So the first thing you need to do is really dial in your style of cooking. Okay, second, look around at where you live. Who is most likely to hire you to cook a week's worth of dinners? Are you in the suburbs like I am, where you look around and there's 5 million families with little kids who are running around to sports and activities and all these things, and the moms don't have time to make dinner and they're going through fast food drive-ins and maybe they're putting on a little weight and they know it's not healthy and they feel guilty about it, or maybe they hate to cook and they don't want to cook? Then you know that that would be your target market. Or let's say you live in a downtown urban area of a big city and you're surrounded by loft high-rises full of singles or couples who are pulling in huge incomes, they're traveling a lot, they love good food, and they want to enjoy it, but they don't have time to cook. Maybe they even love to cook and they just can't do it as much as they would like, but they would love the prestige of having a personal chef and the ability to have delicious food cooked for them at their fingertips all the time. Or maybe there's one of those really high-end affluent senior communities near you that there are people living there who want to be able to enjoy food. Maybe they're on a special diet, or maybe they just don't want to be cooking one or just 2 servings of a meal or eating the same thing all the time, and they just want the convenience of it and they don't want to deal with it. They're retired now and they don't have to. Any of these are great people that you can target your weekly meal service to. So lastly, the thing you'll want to focus on in your planning is how much could you charge for your weekly meal service? So first, go to Google, check out personal chef in whatever area you live in. If it's a big city, that's an easy way to do it. It doesn't have to be specific to your teeny tiny little suburb. Just do the major metropolitan area around you and check it out. See what personal chefs are charging out there and what they're offering. Do a little competitive research. This will give you a great idea on where to get started. Next though, you really need to think about how much do you want to make? Do you want to make $20 an hour? Do you want to make $300 a day? Figure out what it is that you need to make it worth it to you. Now remember too that when you're Googling around and doing your research, if you're in New York, you're going to be able to charge a little bit more than if you're in Iowa. And that's okay. That's the way it is. That's just something that you'll want to consider. And so the most important thing though, when you are dialing in your pricing for personal chef services is you can't compare personal chef services to things like meal delivery service like HelloFresh or Home Chef or any of those other ones, because prepackaged and mailed food is a commodity. A personal chef is a high-end service and it's not for everybody, and that's okay. One of the most fun things about being a personal chef is telling people that you're a personal chef and how excited they get. I mean, let's get real. Everybody would want a personal chef. There aren't that many people who are personal chefs. There aren't that many people who love to cook, who are good at it, who are constantly working to improve it and love sharing that gift with other people, and who want to get paid for it. So it's a premium service and one that's just not for everyone, and that's totally okay. There are plenty of people who it is a perfect fit for, who, you know, value having a personal chef to prepare food that they love for them so they don't have to go to the store. They don't have to worry about what to eat or struggle through cooking if they don't like it and aren't good at it. So if you want to see what it's like to try and cook a weekly meal service, click the link around this video and check out my free guide on how to prepare a weekly meal service and try it out. It'll walk you through the exact process that personal chefs do every day for paying clients. Okay, that's it for today. That again was step 1, the planning phase of getting started with your personal chef business. Next week, I'm going to be diving into step 2, which is all about the prep work that you need to do. So again, go to that link and check out how to prepare a week's worth of meals for a paying client, and I will see you here next week. Cheers.